welcome. Great market. Also, this is going to post in just a second. This is a negotiation video I just did. It's going to show my full seller finance pitch. So if you guys are curious how I'm pitching seller finance, that's how. Everyone, let's get it. I am live. Come on, Instagram, post for me. Come on. Rhonda says, damn, I have actually missed you. Really? I thought I was just cynical and passive aggressive. You guys actually like me? That's crazy. How can we get a foreclosure at $399K with 25K cash accounts or 550? I don't do foreclosures. I do pre-foreclosure, but I've never touched a foreclosure before. We don't do foreclosures. There's just so many houses for sale on Zillow. I feel like people overcomplicate it by pulling lists and doing this and that, and it's just like, bruh, why can't we go on Zillow? Why not? It's so easy. This is on my story. Yes. All right, Cruz. Where's Richard? Richard is late because Richard is editing a video. Where's Seb X Leon? At Seb. Is this you? S, is that you? Seb X Leon. Hi. Hello, Alex. Are you able to do creative financing on fix and flips? That's such a great question. That's such a great question. I have to answer this. It's such a good question. Can you do creative financing on fix and flips? Yes, you can. So imagine you've got a shitty house and you tell me if this makes sense to you. You tell me if this makes sense to you. Shitty house needs rehab, and you are seller financing it at 0% interest. Okay, cool. Now what? You got to bring the rehab money to the table. And the problem with that is you get a loan that covers the purchase and rehab. So for me, creative finance is almost always a rental strategy because of the opportunity cost of doing that. And what I mean by that is you buy a shitty house, like I do. I buy shitty houses, and I get it on 0% interest seller finance terms, even $0 down. Imagine a shitty house, $0 down. You have no monthly payments and you have no interest rate. That's good, but then what? You have to come up with the rehab money. And the reason that that's a problem is because you can get a loan that is going to cover the purchase and rehab. So it's like, yeah, you maybe get a better interest rate, but what's more important to you? Your interest rate on a fix and flip, you're not even going to have that interest rate for very long. Your goal is not to pay down the debt on a fix and flip. The goal is to renovate the property. So what matters more, the interest rate or the entry fee, the cash needed to do the deal? So why seller finance a fix and flip? Why not just get a loan that covers purchase price and rehab? I mean, that's what I would do, and that's what I am doing. So yeah, you can, but I guess my biggest question is why? All right. So we're gonna do some. I mean, is there a limit for our lender offer as long as it cash flows 2030 and there's reasonable comps? Lender offer. Are you talking about DSCR loan offer? Yeah. So Mike, I honestly think it's hard to do these deals above 150, and that's if it's a multifamily. Single family, you know the rule. Probably hard to do it above 90K, above 80K even. But anyway, I got to help this guy. We had him scheduled. Let me see if anybody else is scheduled. But Seb, what were we gonna do, man? I'm sorry, I forgot.
I have that property in Detroit under contract.
Property in Detroit under contract. Okay. And
yes, it is signed with your team now. So
okay.
I think you wanted to sell it live, and then I think we were gonna possibly work on inspection. I'm just waiting on the realtor to return my text.
Great. I'm so excited. So this is one of my favorite things to do on a live stream. I love to do this. He has a deal, and now I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna sell his deal in real time. I have directed my army of deal finders. So, we got a hater in the chat, and I've been really working on calm. He says, Seb, you know what he says about you, Seb? He says, you're one of my friends. but we're gonna
yeah.
we're gonna be calm, and we're not gonna say anything that I'm gonna regret later, and we're just gonna be so nice, and we're gonna be so respectful, because ultimately, guys, it's like scratching a mosquito bite. Like, it feels really good to scratch it in the moment, but then ultimately I'm embarrassed because it means that somebody without a profile picture got to me, which ultimately speaks to me being a wounded child. Literally, yes. If I'm bothered by you, it's not me that's bothered by you. It's a previous insecure version of myself that's bothered. And honestly, it does get to me a lot of the time. But for 2026, we have to remember the New Year's resolution, which is to not react, to not react. So bring it on, bring it on. Tell me how ugly, stupid, and fat and poor I am. Tell me how many scams I'm running. I will eat it today for you. Okay. So, this is my favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do. We're going to sell a deal. I
just heard back too. It's on a lockbox, so he just asked when we can get over there.
Okay, okay, cool. So let's learn about the deal. No, Cruz, they tell me that. They say I'm a broke scammer. That's what they say. Come on. Um, Okay, okay. So let's learn what makes a deal a deal. Let's learn what makes a deal a deal. For you, um, it is a cash deal. So it's all about the ARV if it's a fix and flip, or the return on investment if it's a rental, and this is a rental. So it's all about the return on investment. It's really important for you guys to see a deal, see its condition, and immediately understand which metric to measure it by. Do you understand what I mean, guys? What I mean is, well, are you looking at the ARV for a rental? I don't care. I don't care. I only care about my cash on cash return. It's a hold. It's a hold. So let's figure that out. You're under contract. May I pretty please see the address?
Yeah, it is. I think it's in your DM. Yeah.
Robert Wainwright, the hater, says, show us the W-9 forms. I don't have any W-9 forms because I'm a scammer, and this is all for show, and I'm doing it to generate subscription revenue. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this deal. You said I could share the address, or I couldn't share the address?
I mean, you can share it. I would assume we're gonna close on it. So,
well, we're under contract. So guys,
yeah,
keep in mind, if you're under contract, the agent won't even pick up the phone. But beyond that, even if they do, we will literally file a memorandum on the house, and he will still have to be paid prior to the close. So nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. Anyways,
yeah, you can go ahead.
okay. What is it, Corbett?
Yeah, it's that one.
So you've been working on this for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Okay, let me close some of these.
I was holding strong at my number, and he just kept coming back to me with getting lower and lower, and I was just like, nope.
What a good man. Good man. That's what I'm talking about.
I was just like, bro, like, I told you where I gotta be. Like, I can't go any lower than that. Sorry.
So
yeah.
What's great about this, guys, is that this thing was initially listed for sale at $120,000. Do you see this? Look at this. This is the value that we provide as wholesalers, guys. If you're like, well, what do we do? How do we provide value? Well, look at this thing, listed for sale in January for $120,000. And this guy tells me, I've been following up, and you got it under contract for
63.
That's value if I've ever heard of it, and he will be paid handsomely for what he has done on this deal. Watch, mark my words, he will be paid handsomely. We will call and we will sell this on the phone, and I'm going to show you what makes this a deal beyond just the discount, and I'm also going to show you how to underwrite it, like how to determine whether or not your property is a deal. So initially listed for 120, bro has it at 63. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now we got to underwrite it. But you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. He's got a 50% discount off of list price. And it's not like they had just agreed to that. They're like, oh, I guess we got to lower the price. I guess we got to lower the price. I guess we got to lower the price. And bro was there at every single price drop. And that's what she gets paid for, dude. So great diligence, dude. That's your diligence was excellent. And I already know the deal is a deal, but we'll show everybody anyways. So the first thing to think of, guys, is not your ARV, it's your rent. The rent is $1,400. Your deal is so good that I would submit EMD just to make this thing happen because I believe in it that much. The only thing that can kill this, man, is if it's secretly cooked. If the house is secretly cooked and we just don't know, that's the only thing that will kill your deal. And
I would hope not.
I hope it's not that way, because I'm saying I think it's insane. We're taking the rent. We're taking 20% off the rent. Do you guys know why we take 20% off the rent? You guys know why we take 20% off the rent. What happens if I go in my email and I search dishwasher? Well, here we go. This is what happens if I go in my email as a multi-seven-figure landlord and I search dishwasher. Look at this. Washing machine, dishwasher, washing machine. Hey, come fix my dishwasher in this house that I own over here. It's just, there's all kinds of little things that happen with properties. So when we look at a rental figure, not only are we taking 20% off the top for management, but it's also for vacancy, and it's also for shit that happens. Like the repairs that you have throughout the year in the property. You got to account for that stuff. And if you're not, you're leaving money on the table. Anyways, I look at the 1,400 as closer to 1,120 just for that 20%, right? That's what an investor will do. I'm also going to assume that my investor is getting a loan on the property, because they are getting a loan. Now, he has it at 63. I'd like to run it at 71,000 for him, because that would be a nice juicy 8K check, and we love an 8K check. His down payment is going to be what? If the buyer, not his down payment on the loan, if the buyer is going to buy it for 71, what does the buyer have to put down? 14,200. How did I get there? Just take 20%. Just take 20%. What interest rate will the buyer get? Probably around a 7% interest rate. That's going to be a monthly payment of about 378. So we're going to take our 378 and we're going to add 250 to it. Well, where did that come from? Well, 378 is the mortgage payment, but houses have taxes and insurance. So we're going to add taxes and insurance to the 378. That's going to leave us with 628 in monthly payments. So 1,400 comes in, 20% comes off the top for expenses. We have a monthly payment of 628, which includes the principal and interest, which we determined over here. I'm going to go ahead and drop this calculator in the chat for you so that you guys can all use it. This is the Discord chat, not the TikTok chat. That Discord is linked in my bio if you want to see it. And then we're subtracting the mortgage payment of 378 less 250 for taxes and insurance, leaving him with a monthly profit of $492. Quite a good figure. Multiply that by 12, he's getting a yearly profit of almost $6,000. And the buyer's total cost of entry is going to be this, we'll call it 20K, which is about $5,800 for closing costs. But honestly, let's use our normal 19,200. And 30% on the dot. So the fee that you should charge, we can't go anything below this, is $8,000. The fee we should charge is $8,000. How did I figure that? $8,000. Well, the house was listed for 120,000 initially. He got it for 63. The cash on cash return is 30% up to 71K. Does that make sense? So $8,000. Now let's determine how this compares to a normal job. Each follow-up that you did is just a little text, right? Just a little text or a 2-minute phone call like, nope, this is where I am. Nope, this is where I am. Nope, this is where I am, right?
One text.
So guys, it's not like you're doing a lot of work. You get these balls in motion, and hopefully he understands what I mean by balls in motion, because that's literally what it is. It's like big balls rolling down a hill, and you're waiting for it to reach the finish line, and you don't know when it will, but you just keep following up, and you can manage multiple at a time. You can manage like 50 at a time, where the agent texts you and they're like, hey, any update? Nope, I'm here. Nope, I'm here. Nope, I'm here. Takes very little time. So his total time spent, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 10 minutes for the initial call, maybe another 20 minutes of follow-up work over the course of a 2-week period of time. So it's slow, but what's his payday? $8,000, and we're going to see that right now. Okay, so I'm going to call our buyer connection, or at least one of our buyer connections. This is what all of our Discord students are looking on behalf of. Let's talk. This is how I sell a deal too. Masterclass on selling a deal as well. God, please pick up the phone. This is a great part of the video. If he doesn't, we'll get him on the phone in like 20 minutes. Okay, probably not at his phone right now, but he's going to call me back.
Your call has been forwarded to...
Got a deal when you can. He'll call me back. So I'm going to tell Andrew to clip that explanation because that was a clip farm for sure. We're probably 20 minutes in. So I'm essentially, if you want to know the full side of my business right here, guys, what I'm doing is I'm essentially telling my editors, my YouTube editors, that I'd like to clip the explanation that I just did for you guys. I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm both educating you and I'm making content right now. And by telling you this, I'm also doing the same. So more than half of the money that I make each month comes from social media. And I don't try to palm the ball about that. I have figured out how to reliably make 50K per month. And I'm really good at it. I'm really good at reliably making 50K per month. And then I created education surrounding how to make 50K per month. And I was able to and that allowed me to push to like hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. So, hold my hand wholesale, teach you how to make 50K per month. But if you wanted to take it a step further, the next step past 50K per month is sure, build out your wholesale business more. That's feasible. But we don't really talk about building an operation. We just talk about how to do a side hustle. I always call it a side hustle. Because I don't want this to take up all of your time. I want to take up an hour, 2 hours per day. I want you to have a really awesome work-life balance with this. So monetizing it has been great because over and over and over and over and over again, we show that it's beyond possible to make 50K a month just calling people who have houses for sale on Zillow and following up with them. But part of this for me, which makes it multi six figures per month, is moments like what you just saw, live streaming, reviewing a deal, and then clipping that video later and then posting that on social media and then doing it again the next day. And if you're like, well, how do I learn how to do that? I have a social media course in the Discord that's fully free. Social media course. And you guys can take it and it teaches you how I grew what I grew. I really don't want to palm the ball here. I want to be super transparent about it. I will say though, the deals that you send us, we're going to assign over 200,000 this month. We showed the past the past 14 deals sold in a week. Total was $89,000 in 1 week. So we're going to do well over $200,000 in assignments this month. But the thing to note is if we close 200K in assignments, how much do I get to keep? Well, we keep 80. We keep 80. The rest of that goes back to the Discord. And then here's my buyer right now. Here's my buyer. Ready? Hey, man.
All right, live and ready. What you got?
Oh my goodness. It's just we continuously produce the cream of the crop here. And today I've really got something special. Fully renovated house, fix and flip. Didn't quite go the way that the guy thought it would go. Kind of like mine. But this deal is initially listed for 120,000. You know what we get it for?
How much?
Take a guess.
If you're calling me, it was initially listed for 120,000. I'm gonna go for 100.
Oh no way! I wouldn't cash flow there. We got it at 63.
How the fuck?
Follow up, man. Follow up. Diligent follow up.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, house rents for 1,400 long term with a plethora of comps, and is a 30% cash on cash return at 71K. So we have it for you at 71, initially listed at $120,000. But I'm about to send you the deal. There's no shootings in the area. The house has just been fixed and flipped, like renovated top to bottom. And we've just got like a ridiculous discount for you at a 30% cash on cash return. So I'm seeing if y'all will pick it up at 71, and if we can get this thing started. It's under contract right now.
I'll shoot it over to some more guys and see if they want to pull the trigger on it, and then I'll get back to you here in a day or a couple hours, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything that would make it not a home run, assuming conditions good and there's no crime in the area?
The only thing that makes it easier, obviously, is if there's already a tenant in place.
Of course.
That's the only thing that makes it always a yes. But being that we got like 14 deals, 15 deals, I think, closing with you guys here pretty quickly. I gotta put it in the client's inbox and see what they say as soon as I hear back from them.
Great. We've probably got 7 days on the inspection period here. But yeah, if you'd let me know tomorrow, that would be excellent.
Tomorrow at the latest.
And we'll
let you know tomorrow at the latest.
Perfect. Thanks so much. I'm going to send it to you right now.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And then go through. So that would be at an $8,000 assignment fee. And the crime is good. The condition looks to be good. The rent is, it's pretty easy to see the rent. I mean, very easy to see the rent here. So, I mean, I think it's a slam dunk. Obviously, we don't know the condition until we inspect the property. So I would say it's still a hypothetical up until this point. But I'm excited for this opportunity, and I think it's a really good deal. And I think you did well. And I would put my money in this deal. If I had to submit EMD on this, I'd be like, yeah, I'll submit EMD because I'm confident that it's going to close.
Sweet.
Anyways,
hold
my
asking about inspection. Should I just tell him maybe Thursday?
We're gonna go ahead and get this scheduled right now. So yeah, we're probably say this. I'll write out a little blurb for you. My contractor is roofing my re-siding my flip on 13605. It's great to list neighbors' houses. That should be totally fine. I'm doing well, Nightwing. I hope you are too. But anyways, I'm going to do Joseph, and then we will do the address on here. And then we will get this. Perfect. Okay. Great. I love that deal. You've got such a no-brainer deal. I'm going to see aiming for inspection on Thursday. Crime is good. Rent is 1,400. Cash on cash is 30.75%. All right. Great. Well, really good deal, man. Really good job. Great work on the follow-up. That's you've just provided so much value, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Appreciate it. I have another deal I kind of want you to look at, but like I don't want to take up too much time. So
we're good. No, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. As far as Section 8, let me answer this though. And I will look at your sub 2 deal. So Cello DV, let's look at your sub 2 deal. Can we review?
Yeah, this is not a Section 8 deal.
Somebody says, can we review this deal one more time, Gracie? I'm going to bring you up. You can ask me questions about it, and I can also find you one if you'd like. What was I going to say? This was, what did this say? This is, oh, can you get higher rent via Section 8? Yeah, you can. It's just that there's a different HUD department. It's not one agency that does this. There's a different Section 8 department called HUD department for every single city, and sometimes multiple in one city. And they are drastically different on with the numbers that they pay. So for example, the duplex that I just renovated, Section 8 is telling me that they would pay $1,600 a side, but they're lying. And how much are they lying by? I don't know. However, Cleveland, Ohio is not lying. They'll actually pay those rents, but Memphis is lying. They won't pay those rents. So it's like, I used to try to use Section 8 rent, but they're lying so much that I just go off of long-term rent right now because I don't know where Section 8 is going to be, and my buyers don't know where Section 8 is going to be too. That website is not telling the truth, and I wish it were. But Cello says, sorry, I don't speak English. Well, an 8% rate that doesn't cash flow with a down payment like that is going to be hard to sell. But that's okay. Anyways, Seb, we're going to check out another deal from you. What do you have?
It is a mortgage takeover in Atlanta.
Love it. Love these. Oh, yeah.
I just DM the address to you.
Cool. Is this the one that's rented by the room?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What
did you know that?
I've seen this, but I've seen it before.
Yeah. It's a shitty interest rate, but
as long as it cash flows. So what's your
cash flows?
Is the seller down for it now?
I think so. I mean, he's saying they're open. They're good for it because he was like, he hit me with, we got no other offers today, and I was like, okay. I mean, does that mean we have a yes or?
Well,
so I think he's gonna get back to me probably by the end of today or tomorrow. But yeah, I have it for. They're behind on their mortgage by like 30 something, 37, I think. So I told them we just take over that, pay that, and then just pay commission like 3K, and that's it for down payment. And that's 10% down. That's right at 10% pretty much.
that's a
That's why I'm like,
what type of loan is it?
I actually don't know. He hasn't told me that. I think it's just conventional.
Because if it's like an FHA loan, he could.
I actually haven't looked it up.
Yeah, it says new conventional. Oof. We can try, man, but I will be honest. If you have a high interest rate with over 10% down, and I guess it's cash flowing, but those are two negatives. Over 10% down and high interest rate, but cash flow is really important right now. So I guess I'll ask this: what is your PITI?
It is mortgage payment without taxes and insurance is 2061. I believe with is around like 2500. He just didn't. It's not escrowed in on his statement. So.
Okay.
But there's no way there's no way it's 2000 with taxes and insurance with a 7% interest rate. No way.
And it's going to be bringing in 4.
Yeah, so it's probably getting like a little over 1,000.
It's not the cash on cash return. It's a tall order to put down because buyer's going to be entering this for like, I mean, if you have 37 plus 3 plus 5 for closing,
it's going to end up being like 20%.
50. Yeah, buyer's going to enter for 50K, and I think the cash flow might justify it. My fear is, will this always be the case? Because if you have to rent by the room, will they stay? Do they leave during the summertime?
That's why I'm like, if it's on LTR, it's cooked. Like, so it's like it's such a vulnerability that I'm like, is it even worth it?
I would tell contract for it? So whenever it depends how you like to do business, but whenever I have a deal that's like, maybe somebody would buy it and I'm kind of willing to shoot my shot, but I also don't want to cancel it, I tell them I'm going to wholesale it. Like, remember the gymnastics studio? I told them that I was going to wholesale it. And the reason I told them I was going to wholesale it
I'm thinking,
is because I was like, I don't really know. And you don't have to say I'm wholesaling, by the way. You be like, hey, yeah, I got a buddy over here. I actually got like 2 or 3 buddies that I met at a real estate convention. Let me see if I can get them to raise some capital for the down payment here. I don't think that this is money that I wanted to come up with. I'll tell you what, I'll float it to my guys and we'll see if we can make something happen. And then you've kind of set the expectation. Well, I'm like raising capital. I haven't really said that I'm going to be wholesaling it, but it is contingent on whether or not my buddies like this deal.
Okay. All right.
Guys, if you want to, so we got
I was thinking so.
Interesting question here. Who else is watching, trying to learn the process? Guys, so for those watching on Instagram, I know it lags a lot, but look, this is the Discord, and this is what the camera looks like on the Discord. It's like as good as your eyes. And then this is how many people are able to see my screen share, and then we just bring them up for questions. So we bring them up for questions, and there's also courses within here. So you could take the courses and then show up to class. So y'all don't need to guess about how to learn this. I mean, it's called Hold My Hand Wholesale for a reason, isn't it? Hey Chris, quick request. Only 3 of the group leaders are going live. It's Jason, Thomas Allen. No. It's Steven, Thomas Allen, and who else, guys? And me? Or is it somebody else? Is someone else going live? Thomas Allen and Steven Gould? We have to modify the live stream schedule to reflect what we actually offer. Because I go live every day, but I think it's Johnny O. Johnny O goes live. Stephen Gould, or however you say his last name, Stephen goes live, and Thomas goes live, but I don't think any of those other people go live, and we should remove them from not as group leaders, but from the roster, because it's saying we're going to be live at a certain time every day, and then they don't show up. Okay. Maybe we should tell Aiden to do it.
Yeah, that's literally his job.
Yeah.
I don't want to do his job for
I know. Can you? I was wondering if you could. Oh, Kira goes live, but she's not a group leader, although she could be a group leader. I would make Kira a group leader. I'd make Kira a group leader.
But yeah,
You should definitely make Kira a group leader for sure.
I think I should probably make Kira a group.
100%.
Sora goes live later in the day. Okay, well, I guess just have Aiden modify, and maybe we will. I'll ask Kira about being a group leader.
But then I guess we can talk about this later. But what does that mean for their status as a group leader?
They can. I mean, I guess you and I can talk about that later, but that's a great question.
All right. Yeah, I'll get it done.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Kira, we're having an issue with group leaders where only a couple are going live, and I was talking to Chris, and he and I think that you'd be a great candidate for group leader in both the amount of deals you're doing and your commitment to the community. So I wonder, if we were to give you group leader status, we're trying to have regular live streams. Would you be open to doing a regular live stream? It doesn't have to be anything close to what I do. It could be like 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, or maybe you only want to go live 1 hour per week. That's fine too. I just wanted to see if you'd be open to something like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Lone Arranger and Sora go live in the afternoon. Good. That's good then. Is my camera working, everybody? Is camera working? Some people are saying. Guys, the private money lender loan link is up. By the way, Yusuf, that buyer didn't end up wanting the Jamestown deal. There's just not enough comps for him, although we're floating it to some other buyers, so we'll see. But I don't know if we ever looked at your deal. Oh, we did look at your deal. Tell him you're wholesaling it, see if he lets you shoot your shot. Because I don't know about that one, man. It'd probably be 40% likely to sell. It seems less than likely. Seb, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you hear what I said about your
Yeah,
deal? I was just telling him you're wholesaling it.
Yeah. No, I heard that. All right. Should I just wait for you to let me know about the Detroit deal too?
Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Seb, XLEON. It kind of got it this time. It kind of
I
got
should
it.
probably change. You want me to change my name?
No. I will.
No,
I'll forget who you are if you change your name. Don't do that, guys. By the way, if you change your profile picture and name, I literally forget who you are. I know you guys buy your profile pictures and names, so keep it the same. Anyways, talk soon, okay? I'll let you know about that deal.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey, I got somebody in front of you, man. Just a sec. Gracie had questions about why I loved this Section 8 deal that's on my screen right now. And I'm going to share my screen on it, and she's going to ask some questions. Gracie, I'll also let you know if you want me to find one from scratch, I can do that too.
I would appreciate that so much.
Great.
I was actually looking at this deal. I just finished the courses, so I was looking at this deal, but I was just wondering when I was looking at, the Section 8 rents and the Zillow rents, in Detroit, can we kind of trust what it's estimating there, or would the math change at all if it's different?
Perhaps this should be updated in the course, but this is the rent that I use from the website Zillow Rental Manager. Zillow Rental Manager is the website I'm using for rent right now. It's the website my buyers are using for rent right now. I like that it shows us all of the comps in the area. And I honestly don't trust Section 8 almost anywhere. I really, really wish they paid the prices they said they paid, but it's just, we're coming to see that it's a bit of a lie.
Okay, got it. And then I guess I just haven't made my first call yet. I was just looking at this property though. So I was kind of wondering if you were to
here's what we'll do. I'll find you your first deal, and then we'll do a role play, and then you can call on it. We'll do a fake call so that you can test.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are abundant. They're literally everywhere. I'm going to look for one in Cleveland. Now this could be multifamily, and this could also be single family. So I don't like to do expensive multifamily. I like to do really cheap multifamily, like as cheap as it gets. Like this guy right here. So this guy's $115,000 for a duplex. Wow. Oh, but this would fail the inspection. You see this right here? This would fail inspection. Do you see the water damage right here?
Oh yeah.
You need to be diligent about this stuff. When a lot of people look over this and like, oh, turnkey, but it's like, dude, imagine if you lived in conditions like this. You'd be like, bro, my fucking bathtub is falling apart. Like this is terrible. And I get it. Some of the rooms look totally fine, but it's just, a lot of this is not an issue actually. This basement right here, that's not an issue. The issues that I'm seeing is just this lack of maintenance in the property, it seems. This water damage right here, it's a big problem. And then anything in the kitchen that I'm seeing is an issue. Yeah, like what is this? Look at so this is a great seller financing opportunity. I would not make a I'd make a cash offer on this for a fix and flip. But you see all this shit right here? Like, oh my God, they literally just painted over a trap house. Like the room is it's in a regular shape. This thing is, I can't even wrap my head around it. There's so many issues, and I know it looks good on the outside, but it's just, this is not okay. And for that reason, there's really only two offers I'd make on this, which is a lowball offer, like 60K. And what would we do with the 60K offer? Well, we flip the house. We'd flip the house. I honestly might make an offer on this for a fix and flip. So this is a different type of deal than the deal I said that I would find you, but this can only be flipped. This can only be flipped. And it's a light rehab. It's a light rehab. So actually, we're going to save this for another time, because I'm going to call on this. I'm going to call on that one. That's a fix and flip right there. And it's kind of a sneaky hiding fix and flip. They don't know. But before you offer fix and flip on something like this, you got to know their mortgage balance, because what if they can't accept an offer that far below list price? But look, they can. They have no mortgage on the property. They bought the house in cash. See, PropStream comes in handy, guys. Use PropStream for this stuff. It's just, I need PropStream. I always will. So, that's a problem, but not a problem for the different type of offer I was going to make. And let's see if we can find a house that's not as much of a problem. I'm going to put in a max price filter for $150,000. I find that you can still attain a 20% cash on cash return on a multifamily at that price. And then I want to look for something that's a little bit below 150, but still the condition that 150 would command. So yeah, these are all fine. These are all fine. Let's see. I'm looking for that nice, clean, well-maintained house like this guy. Cool. It's a single family. We're kind of looking for multifamily right now, but I don't a single. So here's the thing. Why did I click off that property? You're not getting the cash on cash return you think you're going to get on this. The cash on cash return on this property is not going to be the 30% we need it. I mean, we can check really quick just to make sure. Yeah, so here's why. Guys, the deal that I just pulled up on my screen, remember that Detroit deal, wherever the hell that was, that Detroit one, it literally rented out for this. So here we have a house. We're getting a house that's more than twice the price. Remember, we offered that to our buyer at 71. This is more than twice the price. And what's the difference in rent? $80. So that's why I clicked away from this. It's not, this is for somebody to live in. This is not a good rental property. To buy this house for rental purposes is a bad idea. And you can see that they've used butcher block and various other more expensive renovation materials, because they're not looking for an investor. They're looking for a retail buyer, and they know that. However, it's kind of a tacky ass rehab. So maybe you could sell or finance something like this, because this does not look good. This is, what have you done here? That nobody's going to buy that. No. But he tried, and maybe we can sell or finance something like that, but that's not the type of deal we're looking for. So let's keep scrolling, guys. I'm sharing my screen right now. So if all these people on TikTok and Instagram are like, how do I see? I'm like, bro, join my Discord. Okay. So this thing's been here. It says projected gross rental income. I'd love to find an occupied one, because there's a rule. If the house is vacant, 30% cash on cash return. Do I need to go into debt to do this? No, you're a deal finder, not a buyer. You start by hunting for deals for people like me. But for a house like this, if it's vacant, it needs a 30% cash on cash return. Getting 30% cash on cash in this price range is kind of hard. So I kind of like to look for an occupied property. And what you can do to find that is search tenants, and then now scroll. So I just looked up tenants. This is a duplex. Do I think it would pass the inspection? From now, no, but I'm going to keep looking. I don't know. It kind of looks janky. It looks a little janky to me. It's not bad, but like when I see things like this, I'm like, oh, it's not super well maintained. It's messy as hell. I feel like I feel like I'm wasting my time if it's going to fail the inspection. So I really want to make sure this is turnkey, because if I'm looking for a turnkey buyer, it needs to be a turnkey house. Now this is looking good to me. Do you see how you look in the corners and it's not as shit? Like, yeah, there's a couple issues here and there, but it's just not as shit as the other ones we've seen today. Okay, somebody peed on the ground and left it there, but that's not the biggest issue in the world. However, this stuff, look at this room. That's ugly. Oh my, what is this? What is this? Yeah, seller finance that, guys. You know, this will fail your inspection. This is say, hey, if we inspect this and it needs work, my lender is not going to lend on it. I'd love to do, I know you don't want to do seller finance, but oh, look at this. This is a portfolio. This is also an opportunity. This is also an opportunity. So this is a seller finance opportunity. However, they say no seller financing, which is why I call in secondary markets. I call in secondary markets to do seller financing because areas like this don't really need that to sell. Let's keep looking. I'm still looking for my tenanted property. Nice, quadplex. So this is a 4-unit. Oh, triplex. Okay, triplex. Generating just under $2,000 a month. That's not great for a triplex. That means it's renting for $650 a unit. Why is it so terrible? Why is the rent so shit? Oh, but look how clean. And less. No, that's good. You know, that stuff's not a problem. We're not tripping about this. It's the bigger things. Look closely. You know, you're playing Where's Waldo here. Look really closely. Yeah, we got some shit here, but that's just paint. That's okay. Missing doorknob right there, and then zooming in the bathroom. It's not awful, but it's kind of gross. Kind of gross in the bathroom. This is fine. I know it looks bad, but it's not. That's just how basements are. So I don't put a lot of concern into that. I think it could pass. I think that could pass the inspection. I like the roof. I like the siding. It could pass the inspection. Okay. So we'll run numbers on this thing. I definitely needed it at a discount for sure. So I mean, chances are I need to be at like 120, but we'll find out. So it's bringing in 2,000 a month, generating just under 2,000 a month. We should probably call it 1,900 a month. Let's say I can get this to my buyer at 125. Down payment is what? 25. Why is it 25? Well, that's our 20%. That's our 20%, right? So this is going to be your monthly payment, $665. Let's use $250 taxes and insurance. $665, add your $250 taxes and insurance. You pay $915. I bet they're lying and it's not just under 2,000. I bet it's 1,900, which I guess is just under 2,000, but I don't really think of it that way. I'm taking 20% off the top, and then I'm going to go ahead and subtract this. Payment of $915, $520, $1,520. So minus $915. This is what I'm bringing in. Then I'm going to multiply that by 12 because that's what I make per month after expenses, which means yearly I make this. But my total cost of entry will be this plus 5K, so 30K. That means my return at 125 is going to be 24%. 24%. So if I can get this for 120K, my buyer should buy it at 125, and I should make 5K. What is contingent upon that? The condition. And was there anything that really stood out to me as like, ooh, that doesn't look good? Yeah, one part in the house stood out to me, and it was the bathroom. The bathroom looked bad. Now, one of these units appears to be vacant. See how this unit appears to be vacant? So I think it's a 20% cash on cash return with 2 out of 3 units rented. So I bet each unit is getting $850 per side. And I bet the third one could bring it up to $2,800 of income on this thing. So we're going to call and we're going to ask. The only thing I didn't love is this. You see this little gap right here? What's that? What's that? Well, the house that I live in doesn't have anything like that. Well, I bet the house that you guys live in also doesn't have anything like that. Why? This is what it looks like when I go to the Philippines. Why is that there? Then looking around the rest of it, no doorknob, which is fine, but kind of lets you know, why don't you have a doorknob? Wouldn't the landlord fix that? And then over here, you can see that there's just this shit on the wall. There's gaps right here. Water gets in these gaps. When you shower, water gets in here. And same with this. And what's going on here? It just looks like they stuck shit on. It doesn't, so I'm gonna have to call the agent and I'll be like, hey, look, I'm a really good buyer, man, but if this thing is like sneaky hiding dry rot and needs a lot of work, I'm going to have to renegotiate. And I just want to approach you with that understanding in mind. And if you say that first, although it's not his favorite thing to hear, well, it saves you a lot of time and energy. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of a role play, I'll just do the deal for you. And then we'll do a role play afterwards. So we'll still do a role play. But I'm going to call. And if I get a yes on this, I'll just give you half of my deal just to show you how feasible this is, because it's not that hard. What's the risk that I'm taking on? I could have to cancel the contract, but I will let him know that I will cancel the contract if the house is in bad condition. Now, I could also make a seller finance offer on this. I can offer my cash offer of $120,000, and I can also do my seller finance offers. What are your favorite markets, Michigan and Ohio? How interesting. Chat, what am I seeing right here? Let's use our detection abilities. What am I seeing right here? They are Gracie or Grace? Gracie, do you have any idea what I'm seeing right here? What am I like? Oh, wow. The chat might help you out.
Let me see.
What's the chat saying? There's an opportunity that I'm seeing here that lets me know, well, maybe we could, and we need you guys to be able to pick this stuff up. And it's okay if you don't pick this stuff up, but we 100% need y'all to be able to pick this stuff up in time. So what is the chat saying that I'm seeing right here? The chat will 100% know. You want to shoot your shot? I don't think she wants to shoot her shot. Sorry, I don't know what happened, Gracie. Can you hear me?
No, I think I hit the button. It looks like the chat saying it's low mortgage.
Low equity. Look at this.
Or low equity. Yeah.
So if they say no to my 120, what could I do?
Offer to put in a trust.
Yeah.
Do a mortgage takeover.
But I don't want to tell them to put it in a trust, because that might confuse the agent. I have to understand. You ever play a game of telephone when you were a kid?
Yeah.
It didn't really sound like the word that was said in the beginning once 20 kids got a hold of that, right? Same thing with an agent. You can think of an agent as, I wasn't going to say a child, but you can think of an agent as somebody who might not be the best at relaying information. And if I say, well, you're low equity, so I'd like to do a trust acquisition agreement, and you don't have to worry about your debt to income ratio because they're going to implode. So I like to say, why don't we just take over the debt? We'll keep it nice and simple. Why don't we just take over the debt here? But that's my second offer. My first offer is normal. It's conventional. My second offer, because you always should take advantage of the multiple offer strategy, is, well, if that doesn't work, I could probably give you guys more money to take over the debt. And the reality is, I could give him more money. So if I wanted to sell this thing, mortgage takeover, my down payment could probably be as high as 17.5, maybe even 20. But if it were 20, I'd probably only make 2 or 3K. I think my buyers would probably pay 22K to enter this deal. But We're going to go ahead and make that call right now. And then you'll be able to ask questions about why I identified this, how I did it, and how you can do the same. And we'll also be able to do a role play on this particular deal. But there's 2 opportunities at hand here. And you know, there's like a 1 in 20 chance that I hit the lottery, that I hit the jackpot. What do I mean by that? Well, 1 in 20 chance that the agent picks up the phone and receives my offer and is like, yeah, we can do that. So we'll see. But generally speaking, guys, you need to identify 20 like this and then call all 20. And then after you call all 20, maybe 1 or 2 will be like, okay, let's do it. Oh, why do I have this person's phone number saved? Oh my goodness. I know this realtor. Wow. Okay. So when you've been doing this long enough, you know, I literally have the phone number of the realtor saved in my phone. What did we last talk about? I'm just going to look at our text. What did we last talk about? Let me just make sure it didn't go poorly. Nope. My last text with her was, "Hey Taylor, do you have a duplex in Cleveland and Akron for me to buy? Looking to rehab." Okay. So she has me saved too. Maybe we can get a hold of her. How many realtors in my contacts? Probably like 300, 400.
Hello?
Hey Taylor, it's Richard Taylor. We had talked about some deals you had in Akron maybe a couple months ago, but I was calling you about a separate listing, East 146th.
Yes.
Is that are you the listing agent? I saw there was somebody else on this. I didn't know if you're the right one to talk to.
I am the listing.
Great. I'm buying moderately distressed, but also turnkey things in Cleveland. So even if we can't do this one, send me anything else you have here, even if it needs a big rehab. But I sent this to my lender, the 3790 East 146th property. He asked me about the bathroom in particular, but he said, assuming the bathroom doesn't have water damage, it just looks like there might be some stuff going on in there. He pre-approved me at 120,000. So I wanted to send you that pre-approval, proof of funds, portfolio, and see if we could get that presented to your client on that.
You can send it. I will let you know that my seller is not pressed to sell it. So I don't know if he would take it at 120K. But it's something, if you get it typed up, I'll always present it to him. But I mean, full transparency, I don't think he'll take that at that price.
Now he's at 150 and he's been there for a month or so. What do you think he'd consider?
I think he wants 150, and I think the biggest reason that we're really not getting any action on it is because nobody can go see the property.
Why is that? The tenants?
Yeah, the tenants.
Is it? I saw one of them had photos when it was vacant. Has that been filled since?
Wait. I think we might be talking about a different property because they're both tenant occupied. This one and another one that I have with him are both tenant occupied.
Right. This is a triplex, and there's one unit in here that has photos with no personal possessions in place. And I saw that it was.
So the upstairs unit, I get what you're saying now. I'm sorry. Yeah, the upstairs unit is vacant, and I'm actually getting ready to change the showing process to go ahead and let people see that third floor unit, and hopefully that'll bring in a little more foot traffic.
Is that something that we could check out if we got traction on this? Because I thought it was each unit getting $650 a month, totaling the $1,900 that you're bringing in, but it's 2 units getting $850 or so. So you would probably bring in more than that. I'm sure my lender would pre-approve me up to 125, understanding that it would bring in a little bit more.
Even at 125, probably not, because we've turned down offers like just shy of 140.
Really?
So yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, he's not, like, he doesn't need to sell them. So he's not, since he's not pressed to sell them, he's not just letting them.
He'd have to get something good
right
to
now,
make
the
it.
cash selling for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'd have to get something good for that to make sense. Okay. Well, I'll send you over my pre-approval and proof of funds for that. But even if we don't get it accepted, I tell you what, I could probably get him 200 by stacking an interest rate onto his equity on the property and doing financing with him.
Possibly, he might be interested in something like that. But I also know he is ready to just he's ready to let them go in terms of he doesn't want to be attached to them anymore, but he's not willing to let them go for a super lower price.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I is the other one in the same condition as this one?
Yeah, it is, but that one we're actually asking more, and that one is under contract right now, and we're actually about to go back to the market with that one.
I would pick up,
So-
I have 28 doors across the United States. I would pick up both of these properties lump sum. I could probably get you $100,000 additional in interest. Like, for example, if we did two, I don't know how much the other one is, but let's say we did $300,000. If I stacked even a 5% interest rate onto that over a 5-year period of time, he's going to be getting like at least $50,000 to $75,000 in interest. And that's just with 5 years. So I'm sure I could get him at least 6 figures over his asking price and interest payments if that would incentivize him to do it. And I would take down both of the properties as somebody who has 28 doors.
Yeah, I think, like I said, whatever you have and you want to present to me, go ahead and get it typed up, and then I'll submit it to him. The other property address is 3841 West 39th. I don't know if you will be able to see that one. It's under contracts. I don't know how that shows on Zillow.
I see.
Zillow.
I see it.
But we're about to be pulling out of that one. He's just not satisfied with the lender. It's taken the appraiser 2 weeks to get the appraisal done, and he's just like, no, just put it back on the market.
Got you.
Just start fresh with that one.
Okay.
I also have another listing that's going active. It might have just hit the market right now. That one needs a full rehab.
Good. Is it a multifamily?
Yeah, it's a duplex. It's 6511 Fullerton. Fullerton. I don't know if that one even hit the market yet.
I just did one on Catalpa Road, like a destroyed duplex on Catalpa Road.
Yeah, this one is pretty distressed. I'm also letting people know that to see this unit, it has the dogs security system. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
I am,
with that.
yeah, I am.
Okay, yeah. So I haven't even been able to see the second unit because I haven't had access to it since he put the system on there. So people will be granted access after we go under contract, but because you got to pay to have them come take it down and go through all of that.
So this is much more feasible because Fullerton, we could probably get. I'll probably be pretty close to your asking price on Fullerton, and I have my contractor on the ground there. I could get him into the one unit that is available to get in. If I were to give you an offer and proof of funds on Fullerton, do you think we could do a back and because I see it's been here for 7 minutes. These things don't last long. Could we do like a back and forth?
What do you mean?
Like I'm gonna go ahead and give you an offer on that once I comp the property. I have to figure out the ARV. But I wonder if I could text you the offer, you could go to your client, get back to me just so we can kind of beat the rush. Yeah, it's like a sneaker drop, they go quick. The reason I ask about there's only like 6 of these in Cleveland. Like they fly so quickly, and there's a ton of them in East Cleveland, but I'm worried about that area. So yeah,
it's funny because that just went active, and I didn't know it just went active until I literally, while we were on the phone, I just got a call and a follow-up text about it. I'm like,
yeah.
When did this happen?
So I'll get you an offer on that right now. I just did 1618 Catalpa, which is like half a mile from this property.
Okay.
So
and then I know with that one, he is like once you go see it, he's not going back and forth. So like you see it, you have your contractor come out. We were just gonna wholesale it. But he wanted to list it first.
Yeah.
So he's not looking to really go back and forth. He's selling it as is. You'll know the condition when you walk in.
Oh yeah.
Like that's it,
I could probably, and we don't need to be under a contract for me to walk it. I could send my guy out there. He's on payroll. So I'm gonna get you an offer for those 2 that you sent me. I'll stack as much interest as I possibly can on it. I don't want him to hold the note for too long, probably max like 6 or 7 years. But I'm going to go ahead and send that to you. Is text okay, or do you want me to email you?
Yeah, you can text me. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. We'll go from there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Bye. I got to work quickly, and I'm doing this one first because this one's more competitive. But do you guys see that one call just has 3 deals in it, 3 opportunities in it? And do you see how I was able to incentivize by lumping them together and then asking about other listings, yielding all of these other opportunities? It's not intuitive for me to tell you that if you call, you'll get deals, but just shit happens, guys. Shit happens. And this is an example of that. So that was awesome. It was great to have that conversation. Now I need to submit my offer on this thing first, and then Gracie and I will structure an offer for the other ones. It sounds like they're more interested in our seller finance offer, which is pretty rare. Can I find buyers for your houses on the link. I don't know what you mean by on the link. Okay, I'm very excited about Fullerton here. It's probably priced at a really good number. These things usually do really well. So I gotta comp this thing really quick. I'm very excited right now. I'm very excited. I really think we'll be able to get something done on the stream today, which is not even my intention. So first things first, let's draw around the general vicinity of this property just to get all of our comps going. So I want to go to here, to here, to here, here, and there. So this is going to be the area that I comp in. I'm going to go from for sale to sold, but I also need to know what I am before I do this. So what am I? I am a 4.2, 1,800 square foot multifamily, probably needing a very light rehab. I mean, so we have a furnace. I don't see water heaters. Water heaters are cheap. $15,000 rehab here. We just need these mechanicals and we should be good to go. Mechanicals, some interior cosmetic work. I can't see if we need a roof, but Google Street View will let me know if we need a roof. Harry doesn't care about crime, so I'm not really going to check. Buy My Deal is the same link as your course? No, it's not. Okay, so checking our roof here. It's good. That's a 30-year roof, probably 10 years into the life of it. You can see all the texture that it has. It's rough. When a roof looks smooth like this, it's a 10-year roof and it's almost dead. So that's almost dead. The same with that one. That's middle of its life. You can see it still has a little texture. And then when we look at our property, you can see, oh, if I rub my hand on that, that's going to hurt. There's a lot of texture on that. That's a newer roof. It's probably 5 years old. You can tell by just looking at them. So where do we need to be? I don't know. I don't know where we need to be. I'm going to have to do some comping for that. It's built in 1920. We're going to go ahead and price these things high to low, click sold. We're only going to look at multifamilies built in around that time. We're also only going to do past 12 months. 4.2, 1,800 square feet. Price high to low. Wow. Okay. The ARV is like 160, guys. Holy shit. Okay, the ARV is going to be like, we already got our comps here. Come on. Show me where this is. There's that, and it's not showing me that. I wish it showed me that house, but that's a comp. Okay, so we're going to grab the price per square foot, 93 bucks per square foot. And then we're going to grab our other price per square foot of the other comp that we saw. Not that, that's not a comp. The ARV is going to be so dummy high, guys. It's going to be so insane. You've got this guy right here. That guy's a nice 79 per square foot, 79 per square foot. And then you've got 140. Gosh, I'd really like to. I mean, you got that. You've got this. This guy right here is too high in square footage. This one is too low in square footage. We're 18. That's 14. And then I guess we'd have to use this guy right here, unfortunately, which is not renovated. So I can't use that. It's not renovated. I want to use this one so bad. I'd love to use that one. That's $105 per square foot. I'm going to have to just use these two. So 93 plus 79 divided by 2 is going to put me at 86 multiplied by my 1815. Maybe I could use that other comp. Plus 102 divided by 3, 91 multiplied by 1815. Yeah, I think the ARV is at least 160. I think 160 is no problem on this. We'll say 155 to be safe. 155,000 multiplied by 0.6 is what Harry would do, and then it's a deal at list price. So what's the minimum I could offer below? I'm going to call her back right now.
Hi, you reached Taylor Tucker with eXp Realty, CLE Home Proceeds.
I'm in a call. Please text me. No way. One of you totally just called her, didn't you? I offered, well, I'm not going to tell you what I offered because I think we got a stream sniper in the chat who's trying to steal my deal in real time. That's, why do I even share my screen, guys? She says she's on a call. What are the chances that she's on a call with one of you guys? High likelihood, high likelihood. There's nothing I can do about it, but I made an offer. I'm not going to tell you what offer I made, but I've got a buyer for this. You don't have a buyer for this. What's the point of trying to steal my deal? Especially when I'm using it as an example for y'all. It's just you're gonna get the energy that you put out, and if you put out that energy, you're gonna get that energy. So that's what I believe. So, anyways, I've made an offer on this of unknown amounts, and I will talk about it later. I'm gonna get her some POF really quick. I also need to plug in my computer. Bear with me. Could just be her normal voicemail. No, she texted me and she said she's on a call. She says I'm on a call. I do need to charge my computer. Okay. All right. I've submitted an offer on that. Hopefully I can get that. I would love to do a deal on that deal right there. That's a no-brainer. The ARV is $155,000 to $160,000. The rehab appears to be 15 to 20K. I could do a deal at list price and it would work. However, I've offered something. I'm not going to tell you what I've offered for obvious reason. But we will follow up. Anyways, I have Gracie on here, and I told Gracie we'd do a role play, but I also told this other woman that I would structure offers for those two deals. Gracie, those are the deals that we're partnering on. So I'm going to structure some offers for that, see if we can get that one done. Let me plug in my computer just a sec, guys. Hold on.
You're the best, Richard. Thank you.
Absolutely, here to help. Guys, you just, you can see that just with a little bit of calling, you'll make this business work. You just have to hop on the phone, get your hands dirty. And when I say get your hands dirty, I mean from the comfort of your home, call somebody. Under buy my deals? No, that buy my deals, those are wholesale deals. So those are wholesale deals. They're not Zillow listings. We already have those under contract. Yeah. Hey, quick question, guys. People are telling me my most recent video has a shit ton of lag on it. Is that the case? I don't think so. Somebody want to let me know about that? Okay. Amelia, spamming, please, sir, I'm new here, I want to learn, doesn't get you anywhere. Trust me. Tyshana, that's a fake account. Please be careful. You guys are currently being followed by fake accounts of mine. I'm going to go ahead and structure offers for these right here. Let's get this done. So we already offered on that one. I'll follow up. Don't need that. 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 Let me share my screen again. Corey, you don't want me to be your boss, bro. You wanna be your own boss. So we have this, and we also have that, and these two. Okay, so I'll structure offers on these now. So this can bring in $2,800. Yes, you can book me for a one-on-one, but also you could also just join Hold My Hand Wholesale. This can bring in I should have asked. Probably $1,100 per side because it's the west side. So probably 2,200. So the portfolio brings in, or the two properties bring in $4,800. 5 doors, $4,800 income. So okay. So we've got to structure seller finance on this. That comes down to a couple things. I need to know what they owe. They owe. Perfect. They have no equity on both of their deals. That's great. They owe 110 and are asking 150 on the other one. They owe 118 and are asking 170 for that one. That's a no-brainer. For sure, that's a no-brainer. So yeah, what this is so easy. This is so easy. Let's give them over ask on both, and then let's stack an interest rate on both. So I'm going to do 160,000 for the first one, and I'll do 180,000 for the second one, which is $340,000. Out of the $340,000, we have mortgages of 118,000 and 110,000, meaning that we're seller financing the difference between that and our down payment, which the down payment could probably be 40K. I could probably put 40K down, which means that they're only seller financing me $72,000. Somebody said my Discord stream isn't working. What's going on with the stream? Can you guys see? I just redid it. Is it working? Okay, cool. Thanks. Fixed. Okay. So all I did is I added up the purchase prices. I added 10K to each one, and then I subtract. So this is a hybrid, guys. This is a hybrid. We're structuring a hybrid. So it's really a no-brainer, honestly. It's actually like kind of a perfect deal. Each property is listed for 150 and 170. So I did 160 and 180. So I that gives me to my offer price of 340. Then I subtracted my 118 mortgage balance and my 110 mortgage balance. What is this? And then and then I subtracted my down payment, which is going to be probably I'm going to do 42K down, and the reason 42 is because 7 of that will go to the agent, and I want the seller to keep 35. So I'm offering above 10% down on both ones. It's a package with tenants in place, so it's really a great deal. So 112 minus 42, we're financing 70K. That's beyond easy. Financing 70K, no problem. Easy, 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 easy. So I'm going to do here's how we structure this. 100. Why did it do that? $110,000 plus 118 is 228. Okay. $228,000 is owed on both properties. I'd offer $340 plus interest with $35,000 to the seller and $7,000 to the listing agent. The price would be delivered on a 6-year timeline. Here's how we're going to structure this. I've added $10,000 to the purchase price on both properties. $160K for the triplex, $180,000 for the duplex. This, and we'll say $340,000 minus $228,000 debt equals 340 minus 228 minus $42,000 down equals a seller carryback amount of 70,000 of seven. Wait, is that right? Let me just make sure my math is right. 340 minus 228 minus 42. That's right. 70. I'll finance this over 6 years at 5% interest. Okay, so 70,000 with $0 down because we already put in our down payment. 5% interest over a 6-year period of time would leave me owing $62,000. Do you think it'll be better received with an interest rate or an offer over list price? I think it'll be better received with an offer over list price. So I'll finance this over 6 years. So how about this? I've added $20K to the purchase of both properties, 170 and 190 for the duplex. I'm actually changing this, guys, because I think it's going to be more appealing with a higher offer. So that means that my actual purchase price is going to be $360,000. Okay, so this would leave, that'll leave 90,000 left. Financed with the seller. I'll finance it, and then we'll say over 6 years. Over 6 years. Okay, so towards the 90K, I'd offer $500 per month in payments for 6 years, at which point I'll balloon your client out an additional or the additional 6 years is 72 months. $500 for 72 months is going to be $36,000. So 90,000 minus 36,000 is 54,000. Price Okay. This is going to be an LOI. I have to email this. For the listings you have on and I just need to make this pretty now. But we'll do a quick Q&A session after this, guys, just so you guys can ask questions about this. Okay, about $228,000 is owed on both properties. I'd offer $360,000 with $35,000 to the seller and $7,000 to the listing agent. This price would be delivered on a 6-year timeline. That's redundant. I've added $20,000 to the purchase price on both properties. $170K for the triplex, $190K for the duplex. This doesn't make a lot of sense to them, so we need to. I will say this totals $360,000. About $228,000 is owed on both properties. This means that your seller would finance us $90,000. We need to make this as simple as possible. It needs to be as simple as possible. This total is $360,000. About $228,000 is owed on both properties. I'll put down $42,000 plus closing costs. This leaves $90K remaining. This amount would be financed over 6 years at $500 per month. On the sixth year, I'd still owe your client $54,000. I'll refinance him out that amount on year 6 and if on year 6. I was going to say house goes back to him, but they mentioned they don't want that. Then we grab some POF. Well, we'll say I'll also pay all closing costs. Okay. All right. Geez. It's not super complicated. It's pretty simple. All right. And then maybe we grab her some. Yeah, we can totally do that. For CRMs, guys, literally just use a Google Sheet, and then if I'm looking for a deal, I use PropStream, Lightning Leads, or Zillow. Anyways. What's next? We just need proof of funds and we need portfolio. Okay. I'm going to call her back on the other one.
Hi, you reached Taylor.
I don't think she's available right now. I'm going to look for her email. I need to get this over to her email. It's right here. Perfect. Thanks. And then I'm going to make sure that I have both of these saved. And that's literally just from one call, guys. Just from one call, those two opportunities. And now we do Q&A. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Can we go over a hybrid deal? That is what we just did, but I will bring you up for questions about the hybrid deal we just did. Brian, we'll bring you up for questions. And I'm clicking send, just making sure that I'm not adding any typos here. Boom. $360,000 offer for, or I'm going to say on package deal for duplex and triplex. Triplex is in your inbox. And guys, if you'd like that email, I'm going to go ahead and post that in the chat. This is my hybrid email. This is the offer that I wrote out. I simplified it a ton. It's really easy, guys. Really, really easy. There's my hybrid email. And now we are going to start questions. I believe Gracie was first. Gracie, I will remember that for those two that I just made an offer on, that we're working with you, working with Gracie. I just wrote that there. So I'll include you if we end up getting that accepted. You'll hear my live stream tomorrow and we'll have feedback on that offer. But I did want to see if there was anything else we could help you out with.
Thank you so much. I actually just, what Brian had asked in the chat, I was wondering if we could look at what the cash flow, like how you did the math on the cash flow for that.
Yes, I can. I actually didn't do math on cash flow. I didn't look at it at all because I think that the amount and prices that the properties are at lets me know that it's going to cash flow. So guys, you'll notice that I did no calculations on cash flow here. I also did no calculations on cash return. Why is that? Well, here's the thing. This guy has a payment of $794. This other guy on this property has a payment of a little bit less than that, like $700. So if they pay $794 plus 700, and then each one has $250 in taxes and insurance, this is what they bring in, right? The property is already bringing in this much just for this house. This house is not fully rented. So there's an additional $2,000 of cash flow to be had here, and $800 of cash flow to be had here. So we're looking at 20. The reason I didn't do any math for that is because I just knew that it would be a good return. I knew that 42K down, and honestly, now that I am doing it, I can increase my monthly payment. I could honestly increase my monthly payment, and I'm going to increase my monthly payment. And I'll say honestly, let's increase monthly payment to $750. I want this to make sense to your client. So I actually just increased my monthly payment to $750. And the reason I did that is because we actually just have so much more room than I thought. I mean, the property is going to bring in $4,800. 20% off the top, subtract the 2,000, subtract my 750 in payments. This is how much I make, right? After all expenses. Multiplied by 12, this is how much I make. Divided by my 42 plus 5 for closing costs, 47,000. The offer I've structured has a cool 28% cash on cash return, even with the increase I just did right there. So we're beyond good. We're beyond good on cash flow. There's a shit ton of cash flow to be had here. So I didn't really think about the numbers in terms of the monthly payments, just because I knew that how low the price point was. There was just immense amounts of cash flow.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Richard.
Absolutely.
Something soon.
Best of luck. Best of luck. I'll be here tomorrow. All right. Would you look at my triplex? Yes, absolutely. The next 40 minutes are going to be questions only. Will marketplace deals get vetted? Could we scare buyers away? What do you mean? Anyways, I think Shaquille was next. So this guy's 14 years old, and he's wanting to shoot his shot at becoming a deal finder here. So he's joined the Discord. We've actually had a number of 12, 13, 14, and 15-year-olds get deals done. Farron's going to be closed probably Thursday or Friday, Yusuf. So I wanted to bring him up and see if he has any questions. Shaquille Oatmeal, can you hear me? Otto, I wouldn't want to shave it, man. I like it. Chat, what do you think? Should I shave the mustache? I get comments every day saying to shave it. Should I get rid of it? Chat, let me know. Can you hear me, man? We're talking to Shaquille Oatmeal. How do I join the Discord? The link is in my bio.
You've got me in line, talk to me about it, so I'm going to speak to him now.
Shaquille Oatmeal, you unmuted your mic. I can't hear you though. I'll tell you what. We'll talk to you today. Just figure out your mic and we'll bring you up. Jose, yeah, we can talk too. Don't worry, guys. I'll bring everybody up. So Gore says, "Get me in." Got you. I think the person who is next is probably Brian. Brian was next.
Hey man, you just went through the cash flow on those hybrid deals, so I'm all good.
Great, perfect. And looks like you got your mic working. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. How may I help you today?
Yeah, so I have a few questions. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. Yeah, I got a few questions. So I'm working on an off-market property. I found it on Facebook, and I already have a buyer for it. Problem is, the buyer, I got it under contract for $135K, and I'm giving it to the buyer for $140K, and the land value is $195.
Disregard land value.
Okay, yeah. The thing is, there was a showing today, and they were talking about tearing it down, but the problem is they're still like really skeptical about if they should continue or not, because they don't know a lot about, but they still have a lot of questions, because the person who's selling the property, he didn't present it properly. They still have a lot of questions. They're still really skeptical.
Well, slow down. What type of deal is this? Is this a cash deal?
Yes, sir. Cash deal.
Cash deal. Where is it?
Houston.
Okay, so maybe people want to build on the lot because it's Houston. That's pretty common over there. What's the price point?
I'm sorry, I'm new. What's the price point?
Yeah. What is the what's the price of the deal?
Oh, 140.
140. Cool.
Yeah.
And it's in really rough condition, like needs rehab.
Oh yeah, it's very rough.
Okay.
And they're trying to tear it down because that's how rough it is.
Is there an ARV?
I believe so. Shoot, it's somewhere in my spreadsheet. I think it's like 300K. I don't remember.
Okay. Okay.
400.
Well, I'll tell you what, give me the address, I'll comp it out, and we'll see what the highest and best offer we can make is.
Okay. Do I DM it to?
Yeah,
this-
DM it to me. Just hover over my face, right click or double click, or depending what type of a device you're on. If you're on Windows, right click and click message.
All right. Yeah.
And Bri,
I have another question. It's about Section 8. So, I mean, I've seen your fix or flip script. I've seen your seller finance, and I've seen your subject to, but I haven't seen a script for Section 8. And I actually just got off the phone with a realtor in Detroit, and he he knew that I was like a new person.
they do, yes, and they love to bully you for it.
Yeah, he literally just like at the end of the phone call, he was like, "Oh, are you new to this? Like, are you a new investor?" Like he just blunt up, like just told me.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I mean, if you have a script for
So I don't really use a script. I use so you see the cash course. Section 8 is lumped into cash deals because we're buying them in lump sum. So I was just sort of it's like whenever we're not seller financing, I consider it cash, whether it's Section 8 or fix and flip. I'm just like, okay, we're not seller financing, it's cash. Although it's not really cash, we're getting a loan. But yeah, that's going to happen when you're in. And I did this, like, I remember somebody can post it in the chat, but I remember when I first started, I joined a live stream and I was like, hey, let's do a role play, let's negotiate. And the guy paused me in the middle of the negotiation. It was Kong, Wholesale to Millions. And he was like, this is terrible, man. You sound horrible. And that's on video and posted on YouTube and permanently going to be there. And y'all can drop it in the chat. I know people have that video, but that's how I started, and that's how everybody starts. And and that's the hurdle of doing on market real estate. Typically with real estate, you have to spend money to get deals. Like you have to do skip tracing campaigns and text blasting, but there's all these houses for sale on Zillow. However, you have to get over the hurdle of, I need to learn how to talk to these people and sound credible. So you hear how I talk to that person on the phone. It just comes from repetition, and it doesn't take that much repetition. It probably only takes like maybe a month of doing that, a month of trying to negotiate a little bit more effectively, and then you can change your tonality. I honestly think that your entire pitch is based off of my lender this, my lender that, my lender this, my lender that, my lender this, my lender that. I'm not actually talking about too many different things. I'm just saying, hey, what kind of conditions the property's in? What does it bring in? And then I'm saying, hey, this is kind of where my lender would have me at, so that it's not where I'm at. This is where my lender would have me at. And I always like to say, is that worth presenting? But if you continue to watch these live streams and continue to make calls, you'll just mentally get it in your head. It's just like school, and you'll learn it very quickly. You're gonna have this thing memorized in like 2 weeks. And the script that you're going to develop is not going to be a script, because if I gave you a script, it's going to get tired. We do have scripts in the Discord, and you guys can use those scripts. However, I really think the best way to do it is to role play with people, watch my pitch, and then listen to my phone call recordings. So we've got 70 hours of phone call recordings here. I just linked those in the chat. You can listen to my phone call recordings, and you can keep showing up to this live stream or role play with people. How many people in the chat want to role play? We got a 14-year-old trying to learn how to negotiate here, guys. How many people in the chat want to role play? Let's see how many people want to. So we got 2 people here. We've got 3 people here. 4. Okay, lots of people here. So lots of people want to role play with you. So these are resources. You can reach out to them and be like, hey, let's have a fake conversation, switch sides, give each other feedback, keep showing up. This is a repetition game. It's really important that you get in your reps.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
If y'all send me, please DM me. I'll DM y'all. There's a lot of people.
There's like 20 plus people want to role play with you, man.
Yeah.
So I would do role plays. That's how I started. I'd listen to my phone call recordings, and then I'd also continue to do what happened today. You know, the best thing that could happen to you is a realtor saying that to you, because there's so many people who are too afraid to do what you did today. Like, in fact, most of them. You'll notice that only 250 out of over 9,000 people are in this live stream right now. It's because they don't have the work ethic to show up, and here you are doing it at 14. So you're way ahead of the curve, and you're also taking action. And that action resulting in an issue is perfect because it lets you know how you can improve. We don't improve by doing well on the phone. We improve by people shitting on us on the phone. And after you get over that curve, man, every 20 calls, you're pulling a deal. And you don't have to get a job anymore, and life just becomes way easier.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely, man. Best of luck to you. As far as your fix and flip deal in Houston, all you want to do is check the neighboring comps and see if they're selling for significantly more. And it sounds like you already have. And if those things are selling for $400,000, you're in the green, man. You just need to offer a little bit below list price. So generally speaking, I like to offer 70% of what a house is listed for on a fix and flip. So if they're asking 140, maybe I can get this thing for 90 if it has a spread, but it sounds like it does have a spread.
Yeah. It's only 5K, but it's my first deal, so I'm willing to. I mean, game's a game. So.
Remember, offer below list. Never offer too close to list price. We always want to offer below list price. Yeah. So I would 100% see if there's a way for you to get it at like 90K if they're listed for 140, assuming you have those comps. But I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Talk soon, man.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. You can come back up, man. I didn't know you were not done yet. Go ahead.
I just said that I added you on Snap. That's all.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. I want to say maybe Jose was next. Jose Okana.
Hey, Richard, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I sent you a deal that I'm a little bit skeptical because I'm trying to find owners in Marketplace in Facebook, and I reached out to this guy. He was offering 79,000, if I'm not mistaken, and then he accepted 67, and it's a turnkey building. And the rent is 1,450 with a tenant in place.
Let's check this out. This sounds really good. Do you want to send me the address?
I already sent it to you, everything.
Is it Cyburn?
Yeah.
Just a sec.
The only problem that I see is the tenant has been in place like a month ago.
So
it doesn't have so much history.
This says off market. You get it on Lightning Leads?
No, I got it on Marketplace on Facebook.
Oh, great. That's another great place to find deal. Okay, so are you speaking to the seller, the wholesaler?
Right now, he's waiting for my PSA right now to sign it up.
Okay, great.
Which I don't know what to do in a cash deal, because in owner finance, it was a little bit easier. In a cash deal,
no, it's okay.
Screwed up.
Don't worry. It's really simple. I'm just trying to learn about the deal. So what is this? Is this a single family? It looks like a piece of land.
Well, it's a single family.
Is it distressed or turnkey?
It's a turnkey. I have pictures as well. And actually, if you put it in the prompt stream, you can see the pictures as well.
Okay, I'm checking. Oh, for whatever reason, not on my prop stream. I don't know why. But that's okay. I'll trust you that it's in turnkey condition. Okay, tenant is going to be moving in, paying $1,450 per month, and you have a price of
67,000.
57,000.
Yeah, 67. Yeah.
67, you said?
Yeah, 67.
How? That's insane.
I mean, I think it's too good to be true, but I don't want it to. I don't know.
I mean, no, that would be ridiculous. Like 67,000 tenant, like we'd literally be able to sell this for like 15K. And also to clarify the
and he knows you, by the way.
Oh, well then I'd be happy to help you get this under contract if need be. So I can do a contract for you right now. I'll have my TC do it. We'll put you, the seller, and myself in a group chat. We'll have my TC do the contract right now. I don't really understand how you got this. This is kind of insane. The estimate.
I mean, I went to Zillow to check it out, and it was on March for 79,000. And we're starting to. I offered 2 offers: a cash deal and also owner finance. He was open to owner finance, but he want more down payment. So I said, okay, I'll give you 65,000. And he said, no, I can do, the lowest is 71. I said, okay, I'll give you 67. And he agreed because he's the owner. However, the LLC that is in PropStream that you see over there is not the same as it's not his name, which I don't know if that is a red flag.
Okay.
Let me send you the link if you want.
All I care about is that it's turnkey and that you have that tenant in place. Instagram, I'm ending this. There's no sound for whatever reason. I don't know why. Instagram is such a bad live stream platform. I'm happy to do your contract for you right now. I hope it's everything that you think, because if it is, wow, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Your return is really through the roof. It's like 35% at 1450. That would just be ridiculous. So insane deal. Could I get your phone number, please?
Definitely.
You go ahead and put it in my DMs. Do you have an iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, go ahead and DM me.
I just did it.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and get a contract done for him. Whatever you did, do that again, because that's great.
I have another video actually in Lubbock, Texas, I wanted to talk about.
Lubbock, yeah, we'll talk in a sec. We will in a sec. Don't worry. So I'm gonna get your phone number, and then Lexi's phone number. So hey, Clarissa and Lexi, really amazing cash deal here. Student.
Do you think we can close a little bit sooner for 7 days?
Closing?
Yes. No closing. 7 days for escrow. Put the money.
Yeah, we can do
10 business days.
No, you don't need to. You don't need, bro. 7 business days just fine. 7 days fine. 5 days okay. So yeah, so 7 days fine. But remember, the closing is probably the fastest we go is probably like 20 days for closing. So we probably need 20 days to close. So really amazing cash deal here. Student is in the chat. We are needing a contract at $67,000. Can you guys help with that? I wonder if I just do your contract. I wonder what would happen if we got to head out at 4:30, but do I have a cash contract on hand? I think I do. Purchase agreement. Actually, low key, let me do your contract. I'm gonna do your contract.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm gonna bear with me for a sec. So, guys, it's not gonna take me long. Just give me 1 sec here. What's your zip code on this?
48213. Do you see what I sent you? I sent you a screenshot of PropStream.
I'll check in a sec. I'm doing the contract. $67,000 contract. DSCR loan, $67,000. 20 calendar day, close of escrow, 20 calendar day, close of escrow. Title company, EMD is to be submitted to title company post 7 day and 7 day inspection period. Received by title company. Closing. Maybe we do April 17th, 13 days or so until the end of the month, plus April 7th, 8th. We'll do April 8th, 2026. I think your contract's done. I'm pretty sure we're done. Yeah. Okay. I forgot to ask you. I put my signature on this. Do you want it blank or do you want me to sign it?
I can sign it.
Okay.
I have the LC and everything. So it
Great.
doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'm gonna remove my initials, and you just put yours in.
Okay.
Bear with me. I'm just making sure this is all accurate. Guys, if you're wondering what I use for a cash contract, I actually just Googled. I literally just Googled Detroit. Oh, why is my signature stuck on this? Why can't I remove it? Oh. Well, I'm going to draw over it. I'll just hide it. I Googled Detroit state approved contract or Michigan state approved contract. That's all. Okay, my signature is on this, but I'm whiting it out so you won't see. And your contract is done. Yep. It's going to be in your inbox.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, cash contract done in your inbox now. 67,000 for the property you showed me. Good luck on that. If you come back here and you let me know, I can sell it on the live stream.
If he signed it up, could you sell it?
Yeah, I could. I absolutely. If he signs that, I can sell it. So just come tell me tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I will. Can I ask you about another property if you don't mind?
I got to work with these other people, but I can talk tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay, apparently Apple Cash is not available in Canada, so I'm actually wrong about that. So Apple Cash, I swear, countries and regions that support Apple Pay. Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, Latin, Middle East, North America, United States. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. Apple Pay is supported in Canada. Check this out. So here's an article from Apple saying that it's supported in Canada. That's Apple. Let's talk to Lewis. Hi, Lewis.
Hey, Rich. How's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
Very well. Thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Where are you calling from?
I live in Florida, but originally I'm from the UK.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Well, what can I help you out with today?
So I've come across this triplex. I've been talking to the agent today. She seems very keen. And there's 3 units fully rented out already. 3 bed, 1 bath with a basement in each unit. It's listed for 280,000. It's a 2% rate on PropStream. I have already asked her to see whether she can get me a mortgage statement because it seems a little far-fetched. But it's a 2% rate at around about $554 a month in payments, and the market rent should be around about $1,200 per unit, and Section 8 does about $1,300 per unit.
Are they low equity?
Area.
Are they low equity?
Yeah.
So what's it listed for? They owe 136. What's it listed for?
It's listed for 280.
And they owe 136?
Their loan balance is 136. Yeah, they took out a loan for 150, and the property sold in 2022 for 200,000.
So if they're asking for 280 and they owe 136, we could probably give them 30K down, but that begs the question, where's my other 120K, right?
Yeah.
So we have to finance that with them, and people are not always open to that. So typically the thing with low equity is, well, you owe 136 and you're asking 150. You don't have any money that you're going to make that we can't already give you. Here, this guy might be making $140,000 at his asking price. So, however, some people are willing to take a down payment and monthly payments for that amount. So deal for this. Have you asked them if they're open to doing something?
Not specifically with regards to hybrid. I did mention whether they'd be interested in some sort of creative finance. The agent come back to me and said that that's certainly a possibility. She's going to double check with them to make sure.
Good.
And then we can open up the doors with regards to offers. And that's where I was kind of, I suppose, not 100% on what we could actually go for here with offers.
Yeah. So we have 280 on the asking. We have 136 on the loan. So I'll show you how you'd structure something like this. Guys, I'm going to share my screen really quick. So if we've got 280 asking, 280,000 asking, you've got $136,000 on the loan, and let's say you do a down payment on the high end of $35,000. That leaves you with $109,000 seller carryback. The mortgage you showed me probably has a PITI of $800 with taxes and insurance. So now we need to make payments on this that allow for us to still cash flow. So what are you bringing in cumulatively, like total? What's the rent on this? Like what rent potential, cumulative income?
Yeah, the rent potential on this is about $3,600 if you're giving every unit.
Good, $3,600. So we probably only have payments of $800, and we're bringing in $3,600, meaning that we could probably pay them. I mean, let's go with $1,200 a month, honestly. Probably finance that $109,000 at $1,200 a month, assuming that that's what you're bringing in. So here's what my offer looks like. I'll write it out for you. I'd give you $300K instead of $280,000. $136,000 of this is owed. Oh, but okay, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. $136,000 of this is owed on the mortgage. $35,000 of this is a down payment. Let me copy and paste this in the chat. I'm running out of room. So this is like exactly what you're going to send them. What's going on, Richard? Can't wait to bring. Wait, what's going on, Richard? Can't wait to bring me and Jerry Norton WCL. What is WCL? Hans, I love Jerry's content. Let me know what you mean by that. So we have to make him payments of $1,200 towards the 109. But I don't think it's 109 now. Now it's going to be 129. This leaves $129,000 to be financed, which I will finance at $1,200 per month for 7 years. At the end of the 7-year time, I'll pay you out. At the end of the 7 years, I'll pay you out. That's going to be 129. What is 1,200 times 84? 100,800. Honestly, we could just pay that off. We're very close to paying it off, honestly. But that's okay. Well, it's guys, the thing about this is $1,200. I mean, if we did 1,300 times 84, that's 109. There's only 20K left in there. If you did that for 8 years, if you did $1,300 in payments for 8 years, 8 times 12 is 96, right? 96. So 8 years, 96 months payments of 1,300 might pay it off. Yeah, it does. 96 months of 1,300 pays it off in full. You're going to offer $5,200 less. So it's going to be $294,800 is going to be your offer. And you're going to pay that off over an even 8 years at $1,300 per month. So no balloon on this. 8 years payments of $1,300 per month. So this is going to be 120. So minus 5K and then minus 200 is going to be minus 5 is 124. And then minus 200 is 123.8. And then the offer will be 294,800. Instead of 280. Okay, so here's the offer. I'd give you $294,800 instead of $280,000. $136,000 of this is owed on the mortgage. $35,000 is a down payment. This leaves $123,800 to be financed, which I will finance at $130 per month for 8 years. There's no balloon payment. Anyways, Lewis, I would send him this as your offer. That's the offer I would make. I'm happy to do a contract for you if you need one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Appreciate that.
Go ahead and make the offer and see if he says yes to it. And if he says yes, come back. I'll do a contract for you.
I appreciate it, Rich. Thank you.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Next is B. It won't show me your name, but B. B something. B.
Hey, Richard. How's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. I just kind of wanted to get your opinion on this potential seller finance deal. I was on the call with the agent right before the stream, and they were open to seller finance. So I sent you the address on DMs. They were kind of open to seller finance because they were saying the seller of the property is also a realtor. So they think that seller finance would be a good deal on this because I did tell the agent that we kind of struggling with market rates at the moment. And I do some seller finance deals. And she was like, that's something the agent would be open to because, I mean, that's something the seller would be open to because they also are a realtor and the property is currently tenant occupied, both sides for $1,100. But she did say that the rents could increase in the future because the tenants that are currently occupying the property right now are sisters, and they have I don't know how she explained it, but she said they have this thing where like they have something that is kind of similar to Section 8 that pays for their rent. It's like something for domestic violence or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So,
and
dude, this is great, man. I love how people are just coming up left and right with good deals. So what's the kicker here? What's the problem? What can I help with?
I was just kind of curious if it was a good property to do seller finance on, because you always say that some of these properties don't pass inspections.
Oh, that's about cash deals, man. Seller finance, it's not as picky. So guys, when you're buying a house with a loan, the loan is contingent on the house being in good condition if it's a rental loan, like a long-term investment loan. If it's seller finance, I could care less. The seller gave us the loan. I don't care. And it's also so much better than getting a loan that my buyers don't care about the condition. I mean, they loosely want it to be in good condition, but if it needs some rehab, that's okay, guys. I'm selling a seller finance deal that needs 10K in work right now. It's no problem. We're getting a 20K assignment off of that deal. So, dude, this is stunning. This is stellar. They're open to seller financing?
Yes, they're open to seller financing. They actually preferred seller financing over a cash deal because I was telling them, I was like, interest rates are market interest rates are at 7% right now. So my lender might not be giving me the same offer that the seller is looking for. And they were telling me that the seller might be open to seller finance because they are also a realtor and they just looking to get rid of the property because they are kind of done with multifamily. They want to focus on single family. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can get her the down payment she needs for her next single family. And when I told her terms, because I said I can maybe do 10% over list and then 40% of what it rents out for in payments, and then I would cover the rest in on the balloon on year 6 or 7. And she was happy with that. And she said I should just write down some terms, just so that she can have something to show to the seller. But she was very confident that it was something that would go through because the seller is also her friend. She's been working with the
Oh
seller
my God.
since-
Yeah. Yeah. You're really doing a good job here, man. By the way, where are you calling out of today?
From South Africa.
So you called this lead in South Africa and you got somebody who's interested in seller finance.
Yeah, I was just doing calls throughout the night. Today I didn't have anyone pick up any of my calls, and then I just got one call, and it was this call. So it was like the last call right before your live stream. So I was like, yeah, let me just see if this could turn out to
It's
be a
phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. This is a great deal. So let's figure out your offer and let's get it on paper right now. So first things first, I want to know what they owe. I see that it says they don't owe anything, but
You say they don't owe anything. I checked on batch leads and it said they didn't owe anything.
okay. So assuming they don't own anything, it's a really straightforward offer to make. I want to make it make sense for them. So here's my offer. $275,000, $30,000 down. We'll actually do this. We'll do it different. We'll do it a little bit differently. We're gonna do, we'll do $25,000 to seller, and then agent's gonna want 3%. What's 3% on 275? That's gonna be $8,000. Agent's gonna want 8K. Okay, so agent will want $8,000. So $8,000 paid to agent, 275, 25,000 to seller, $8,000 paid to agent. This is a duplex. What is it going to get? 1,500 aside?
Right now it was rented out for 1,100 aside, but she did say the rents could go up if we wanted to pursue that.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say it should be higher than that. Payments come out of rent. Payments come out of rent, and if rent is $2,200, I can likely pay. So 850, yeah, 850. Understanding I have taxes and insurance plus management. Term length would only be seven years with a lump sum payment on the 7th year of lump sum payment on the 7th year is going to be $275 minus $33,000 for the down payment is $242, and then we're going to subtract $850 times 7 years is 84 months. 84 months, which is going to be, so what is 850 times 84? That's going to be 71,400. So 242 minus 71,400 gives you a lump sum payment of 170,600. So this is awesome, man. You know, calling in South Africa late at night and you find somebody in Akron, Ohio, who's down to seller finance. I mean, how perfect is that, man? And if you got the offer I sent you accepted, I'd sell it for probably $12,000, maybe more, which is amazing. So this is a no brainer. I'll put you in my CRM just so I can follow up with you in case you need any assistance on this. But I just sent you. So to clarify, does that give you what you need, that offer that I just wrote up for you? I can also send you my proof of funds.
You can also send me the proof of funds because I have a call scheduled with the agent right after the live stream, like to just go over the numbers I was thinking on this.
Okay, so say this just for credibility purposes, because this is going to make it look much more realistic. If you say, I am a deal finder looking on behalf of my business partner, and these are the properties that we own together. I just sent you a lot of the properties that I own. And I'm going to post that in the chat right now or in your DMs, and then you can go ahead and send this to the agent along with the proof of funds that I sent you. So you've got all of that credibility there that you can use. So you've got the offer, you have my proof of funds, you have a decent portion of my portfolio here, and you should be ready to go make that offer.
Thank you so much, Richard. I'll be sure to be on the call with the agent as soon as the live stream ends because I just had it scheduled like that. And I had already told the agent that I'm under your LLC, so she kind of already expects us to
Good.
do
Great.
this under your LLC.
So I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring you up tomorrow because that sounds like a deal to me. What's your username? It won't show me.
It's Big Baby Chunks.
Okay. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m., bring up Big Baby Chunks.
There's nothing called bring up.
Oh my gosh. Tomorrow at 1:45, remind me to bring up Big Baby Chunks.
Okay, I added it.
It's a solid username. I don't. Anyways, man. Well, that's great. That's very exciting. Getting something done from South Africa. Wow. Perfect. Good work. We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you.
See ya.
No problem. Thank you so much for the time.
Absolutely. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry to say I can't join the Discord because I can't even afford $5. Then you gotta lock in, man. If you don't have $5 to your name, man, you gotta lock in and honestly, like, probably get a job or something. So I think we should do. I want to call back Taylor, that realtor we were talking to earlier. I'm gonna call her back. I know it's late, but. I don't think she's gonna pick up. I don't know, Larry. She's unavailable. Okay. Well, that's that. This guy came up. Yeah, when you commented Jerry, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I've been wanting to collab with him because I did a video with Jerry about 4 years ago when I first started. And then after the video, bro flies me out to Puerto Rico and, we get to hang out at his house for a couple days. And it was a pivotal, transformative experience for me. So I wanted to hear what you had to say. What'd you say? What's your thoughts, Hans?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, is my audio good? I have my headphones in.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. So me and you, we spoke like 4 or 5 years ago. Like whenever you first started, I brought you a creative deal. This is like before I even knew what creative was.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, okay, then it might have been like 3 years ago.
4 years ago, I was only doing cash.
Yeah, but I love what you're doing, man.
Well, thanks.
A nice community from a few hundred to a few thousand, and I see your name everywhere. So I actually was wholesaling and spent most of my money and time, building call centers and connecting them. So we have 4 call centers, 2,100 agents, all signed under PropWire. And we made a program work with Jerry to where we're not like PPL or anything. We basically bring you cold call leads, deliver daily, 10 per day, every weekday, adding up to 200 at $500 a month. And you can pretty much close, whatever you want at any skill level. But yeah, I brought you up multiple times on our calls because we did Pace's tour, provided them a lot of leads, but he's just like really busy to like kind of go all in and be an affiliate. And we're working with, RJ and a couple other people, but we're looking for a community like yourself that has people who, want to get started for a low price.
To be honest,
closing deals.
To be honest, I don't want to add any more upsells for these people in here, man, because you see that guy from South Africa who just came up and he's got this deal in Akron and their words were, I would rather sell or finance than sell in cash, which sounds like 10 or 15K to me. And it's just they're coming off of Zillow. Like you just call people on Zillow and eventually if you call 15, 20 of them and you talk to 15, 20, one person would want to do seller financing. So honestly, the idea of paying for leads before they even close is rather off-putting to me. I brought you up because Jerry has a great video. I have, not to toot my own horn, I get the most views in real estate across everybody. I don't have the most followers in real estate, but I get the most views in real estate. And Jerry created that. Jerry created that by entertaining my DM 4 years ago. And he's turned me into a 7-figure wholesaler. I'm probably his biggest success story yet. And he took me in 4 years from not knowing what real estate was to now I speak on stages with Pace Morby. And I'm like, how the hell did this happen? So go talk to bro and be like, remember when you flew out Richard? And he's like, yeah. He now has a big ass. There's 9,500 people in here. It cash flows $260,000 per month.
Yeah.
Go tell him that. Ask him to do a video with me. And I'll pay you a referral fee if you get me a video with Jerry Norton. Because we don't need to pay for leads.
No, totally get that. And we could always do something on like we sponsor something like kind of for free, and you and Jerry work on something together.
Yeah, man, I want to do a video with him. I want to do a video with him because he was really pivotal in me getting to where I am. Anyways, if you can make that happen, man, I will make it worth your while. I'll put it that way.
Bet. Let's do it.
All right. Talk soon. See ya. Hey, Kira. So here's the thing. You're way more active in our group than some of the people who are already group leaders. And I talked to Chris and I was like, so who actually goes live in here? And to be honest, a lot of the group leaders, they're AFK. They disappear. So I'm like, who better than the woman who's approaching 6 figures closed in her first couple months of doing this and who really has passion for the community. So I wanted to see if we could get you on the live stream schedule and make you a group leader, because I really don't know who would be a better candidate at this time. You've shown the dedication to the community, and you've also had a lot of success really quickly, and you figured things out.
I owe it all to you, Richard. Hands down. You changed my life. Some guy showing up on my TikTok feed with pearls shows up and changes my life. And anything that I can do to support you and, do anything for you, just name it. And it is an honor. I'm so honored. Like, I got your text. I'm like, what? Yes, of course.
Yeah, I'd really love to have you do that. And then there's also some benefits. I think we pay for your prop stream and just we try to make it a good value trade here, but people will start bringing you deals and people will join your live stream. And I don't know what the frequency of you going live is. We just need you to commit to some sort of time slot for live streams. It doesn't need to be too frequent. Nothing compared to what I do. I mean, you see Jesmar, he probably goes live once or twice a week or so. Sorry if it's more, but we got to figure out something like that. So I'll connect you with Aiden, and Aiden will make that happen. But yeah, we want you to be a group leader and see if we can get you on the live stream schedule.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So I'm bypassing the vote because the people I would ask to vote on this are literally not active in the Discord. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. So yeah, let me connect you with Aiden and Chris, and we'll ask you.
Him. I have his members.
I worry that he won't respond, and I want to be able to monitor it.
Okay, got it. All right, yes. I sent you a couple of options for going live stream, and I'm happy to do whatever works. If my option doesn't work, just you let me know, and I'm there.
It will work, I'm sure. So what's a time slot? I mean, the thing is people will have work during the day, so I'll probably do it
I
after.
mean, I usually pop on after you.
That's perfect. We used to have a guy do that, but the last text he sent me was asking me for money. So I would.
Me too.
We don't need to talk about it then. But we should talk about it privately. But yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, hey, Chris and Aiden. We have some absent group leaders, and I think Kira would be perfect for the role. I both want to get her on the schedule. She would go live after me, which is perfect because you'll have good numbers in your live stream from my live stream, and then you can just do the questions that I wasn't able to get to or whatever you'd like to do.
I'm happy to do it.
I want to get her on the schedule. She would go live after me. I've changed her name to Red in the Discord. Can you update the schedule for those who don't go live and add Kira? And then guys, I'll keep an eye out for some other people because it's a realization to me that half the group leaders don't go live, but there's so many people in here that are like amazing, that just do such good work like Kira does. And they really should be group leaders. So it's been a minute since we've made somebody a group leader. I think Jesimar was the last group leader here. But guys, some of our people aren't going live anymore, and we'd love for you guys to go live. So we might find somebody else in the next week or two who we also think would be a really good fit here, who both shows commitment to the community and is having success in the business. Honestly, there's like 3 names that come to mind here. Pam is definitely one of them. I mean, Pam's here every day and does the deals, and I think we just upgraded Pam to community helper, but there's so many people in here who are just crushing it and show so much dedication to the community. So I'm gonna keep my eye out. But the reason I wanted to put it in a group chat, Kira, is because I don't know if these people are gonna respond. I'm gonna say, please check texts for new group leader. All right, guys, let's do a giveaway. That wraps up my stream. Kira, no pressure. You don't need to go live right now. Totally up to you though. But yeah, we'll do a giveaway, guys. I'll give away a little bit of money. I thought today was great. I thought today really showed you like what can happen from one call when it just clicks and the agent just happens to have something. Really awesome stuff. So let's spin the wheel, guys. Let's spin the wheel. And you know what? My week gets actually, my trivia question is going to be the first time I've ever done this. You're going to answer a singular trivia question about myself. You're going to fill in the blank. I'm going to write a sentence and you're going to fill in the blank. And if you can guess what I'm going to say, I will spin the wheel for you. So we're going to, this is honestly, I mean, it's not going to be that hard, but it's going to be great. Actually, we're going to do a nice little trivia question. Okay, we've never done anything like this, guys. We've never done anything like this. This is going to be an interesting trivia question. For today's wheel spin, the fill in the blank is, my week gets exponentially better after insert, and it is 2 words. After, oh, we're so close. We're so close. Keep it PG, please. You're so close. I'll tell you, it's something I don't like. It's something I legitimately. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. It's you guys were saying things I do like. My week is not better after I finish something I enjoy. You'd think it would be better. No. It's leg day. It's leg day. My week, guys, I actually dread it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's the worst. I'm almost sick every single time, and it's just so painful. So the answer to the question is my week gets exponentially better after leg day because I don't have to. So a lot of you guys were pretty close. You said gym, but come on, well, there's some gym days that are not as bad as shaving legs. That's actually facts. My week is exponentially better after I shave my legs, except for the third day in, it kind of is uncomfortable. But then the fourth day is okay. So PM Mac, leg day wins. Leg day wins. Leg day wins. So we're going to spin the wheel. Because we hate leg day. I'm going to do leg day. You have to do it, but I hate leg day.
You and me both, bro.
Oh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible, but it's worth it. You got to get it done. So let's see what he's rewarded with. Oh shit. Okay. Apple Watch. That's like, that one hurts. That one's expensive as hell, guys. It lands on that like maybe once every 2 weeks, and every time it does, I ship out an Apple Watch to somebody, and that's what I'm doing right now. David says I like leg day. Oh, really? I guess women like leg day. I don't know. Does anybody actually like leg day that's a man? I don't like leg day. Leg day is legit. It literally makes you sick. Like, how are y'all not sick from that? And it's really only quad focused exercises. I don't know how y'all don't get sick, but we're gonna go ahead and buy bro an Apple Watch. Let's see what colors they have in stock right now. Apple Watch. Okay. They have currently space gray. Is space gray sufficient?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Space gray. Apple Watch. Okay, DM me name, address, phone number, and we will ship you an address. Or I just read the word address and said we'll ship you an address. We'll ship you an Apple Watch.
Sweet, I'm sending it now.
What the hell is space gray? It's like the color of my laptop. This is space gray right here. Space gray. It looks like I'm drop shipping with the amount of random shit that I buy on Amazon. Way too many things.
But it should be in your DMs now.
That's part of our giveaways, guys, or that's part of Hold My Hand Wholesale. I do a giveaway every day that I go live. Sometimes it is like a plant. Sometimes I'll literally give you a cactus of your choice. And then other times we will give you an Apple Watch or AirPods or $50 cash or a free one-on-one, all kinds of stuff. Never heard of that. I have a house over there, though. Where do I have a house in Indiana?
Yeah, I'm about, an hour and a half from Indy.
Maybe you live next to my house. How close are you to? I think it's a really cute town. How close are you to Crown Point, Indiana? Have you heard of Crown Point?
That's the first one for me.
You've never heard of it before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. I also need phone number for
Okay, I'll send it to you.
I don't know what's in Crown Point, but I have a house over there, and I don't think it's rural, guys. I think it's a pretty populated area. How many people live in Crown Point? And it also rents really well. 35,000 people live there. It's like one of my most one of the smallest population areas I own a house in. But it does so well. It does so well. I had to buy it. It had a 2.6 or so % interest rate on it.
Yeah, I'm at 3.5 hours from there.
State is Indiana. Use and deliver. Your order is expected to be there Friday, March 20th. I just sent you confirmation of it. Let me know if there's any issues with it, and we'll get you situated, okay?
I appreciate it, Richard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know you're not scamming, man, with the Apple Cash, but it's telling me on apple.com, and the payment left my account. It's telling me on apple.com that they're able to do Apple Cash, but I don't in Canada. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. If you have more questions, remember, Kira's here to help you. So if you're like, hey, wait, you didn't answer my question, and now I'm going to leave a bad review. Wait, please don't do that. Kira can answer your question. I promise. She's our new group leader, and she just closed a $40,000 deal, and I promise she has the answers to your questions. Anyways, guys, I'm going to head out. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye. Okay. Late night Q&A session with our new group leader at Kira. Join if you need help. All right. Is there anybody on YouTube watching? Oh, hi, YouTube. There are people here. YouTube, I'll catch you later. There's a live stream going on in the Discord right now. If you guys want that, answer my last question. Richard, how long would I take your mustache to regrow if you shaved it? Like fully? Probably like a month and a half, maybe. Probably a month and a half. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. If you want to join what you just saw happen for these past 3 hours, there's a link in my bio, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye. All right, YouTube. See you later, guys. Peace.